I believe that many students who like to play games with controllers, I have a soft spot for Xbox controllers, especially Xbox Elite controllers. Today, Xbox Elite 2 has been on sale for more than 2 years. As a heavy controller enthusiast, I will not evaluate it. It really shouldn't be. The one I have in my hand is the latest Air China version on the market. After I got it, I played with the old head ring for a week with high intensity. By the way, I played some FPS and racing games. Let's take a look at this material. How about the extremely luxurious Xbox Elite 2? In terms of appearance, Elite 2 has a super texture. The gray true control of the sword technology. Paired with a skin-like shell, it gives players a very hardcore aesthetic. The overall exterior structure is very similar to that of the Xbox. But if you look closely, you will find the difference between the two. After all, as an Elite handle modular, the design is certainly essential. Microsoft provides players with 2 different types of arrow keys, and 4 different types of rocker caps, for players to play different games according to their preferences. The replacement method is magnetic design. Therefore, both are made of metal. In fact, the joystick is made of metal. There is also a very big advantage. That is compared to plastic. Even if used for a long time, there will be no powder loss. It provides a strong guarantee for the service life of the joystick. In addition, in the process of using the metal joystick, the smoothness is also completely exploded with the plastic joystick. It will also improve in terms of reception. This handle offers 4 extended back keys on the back. The same magnetic tin design. There is no risk of accidental touch, and there will be no situation of each hand. And it is very convenient to press when using it. The most important thing is modular design. Allow players to freely disassemble when not in use. I have to say, Microsoft's spare parts design is so far I have seen the most reasonable way to design. Of course, if you have to talk about shortcomings, that is, the cost of this modular design is really high. The 2 trigger buttons can also be set to the key travel. In U2 racing games, players can choose the longest key travel, easy to operate the throttle, while action design games can choose the shortest gradient to trigger quickly, due to the large number of modular elements. Therefore, Xbox Elite 2 eliminated the design of removable batteries. Instead, there are wireless charging contacts. Because the purchase of the Elite handle package will be direct, comes with a charging base and a handle bag. Therefore, players do not need to purchase additional Microsoft in. A small detail is also left in the design of the storage bag. Even in the state of the storage package, you can also charge the handle through the Type-C interface. Still more convenient. Through the appearance we can find, although Microsoft does not support similar functions such as continuous reading, but the Elite handle is obviously a physical plug-in. Both interchangeable D-pads and joysticks, or the extended back key, or the adjustable trigger key travel, can improve the player's operation level to a certain extent. As for the feel, in fact, there is not much to talk about. Although compared to the Xbox Series controller, anti-slip soft glue is added to the handle. But the original series handle's thunder carving fan pattern technology is also comfortable. Therefore, the difference in feel between the two is minimal. The biggest change in your hand is the weight. After all, the material of many accessories has been replaced with metal, so the weight of the Elite handle came to 325 grams. It is 340 grams heavier than the series handle stuffed with 2 No. 5 batteries. I don't know if you prefer the weight of the handle to be heavy or light. I think if you play for a short time, the handle is heavier. It will make the hand feel thicker. But if you play for a long time, a little lighter will effectively reduce hand fatigue. At the software level, Microsoft has also opened up button-specific mapping. Players can choose according to their needs. Mapping of other positions to the expansion background. In addition, the dead zone and linear value of the joystick are effective. Zone and vibration level, etc., can be adjusted in software. It can be said that, in addition to continuous redness, you can adjust it to the tuning of the joystick, and Microsoft is also doing a very good job. Whether it's the 4 directions or the center point, basically, there was no trace of purple deficiency. But on the bridge corner of the outer ring, there is a slight flaw. But this has little impact on the game. Here again, I will give students a knowledge point of science popularization. Everyone look closely. It can be found that testing the software after my finger has taken the stick off. The small stick shown in does not return to the center point. This is actually a very normal phenomenon, because the baseline structure of the joystick is determined. Can't be helped. Every time we return to the center of the physical plane, therefore it will be reflected in the software. Many students may not have encountered this situation with other handles. That's because many controllers don't have the ability to keep the center of the car safe. So let the player mistakenly think that the return to the middle is normal. A platform like Xbox, which has more car guns, Microsoft has no choice but to make such a trade-off. The biggest problem with this is in some games. If you also set the death of the stick to 0, drift may occur. So when players need to play, give themselves a sub-area in the game, like the old NS platform, because there are not many car gun ball games. Therefore, the smart old man is directly compulsory to give. The NS handle has a central point area attached to it. In fact, this tuning of Microsoft is very useful for FPS as well. It is still very important for racing games. It directly determines the feel of the game. Finally, let's simply disassemble the machine. It is not recommended that students imitate here. The main reason is that this handle is too difficult to remove. After disassembling it, we can find that the internal materials are not much different from the Xbox Series controller. The joystick is still Alpine. The same Holtz induction used by the plane, including 2 flights Manda, is also a unified standard. See this? I believe you already have a general understanding of Xbox's Elite controllers. The biggest change compared to the Xbox Series controller is the height, modular design and external material differences. The core components inside are not very different. It can be said that the Xbox Elite controller is currently on the market. But the hardware is the strongest handle from another attribute. There is no one. Whether it's the switching scheme between the arrow keys and the joystick, or the expansion spare parts and trigger are built, the other is not available in most handles on the market. And Microsoft has made all the functions that can be customized into modularity. Make it feel more like you're using your own controller. Therefore, Xbox's Elite controller has always been the first choice for many hardcore players. It's just that the design flaws of the A key have been criticized by players. I'm not sure if the one at hand has a special system, but during my week of use, I have not encountered any problems. I also hope that this problem is really completely solved. At the same time, Microsoft is also very good at after-sales. The genuine handle of the Bank of China comes with a 1-year treasure. If you have any questions to contact them in time, they will actively handle the service until you are satisfied. I believe that after the quality control problem is completely eradicated, Microsoft's Elite controller will be favored by more players. I am the old squad leader, an op master who focuses on game history and hardware evaluation. If you like this video, just follow me 3 times in a row.